Hello everyone, it's Michael Townley here, also known as F40PH 381, Cincinnati Railroad. I will be discussing about my opinions on Amtrak's either retired locomotives or locomotives that are just scrapped, like this one that you're looking at right now, the EMD SDP40F. This locomotive was one of the first Amtrak locomotives to be run on Amtrak service since 1973. Anyway, since Amtrak ordered these, they've been running really well on long-distance trains, but however, they decided to just give themselves up and just make them get scrapped. They were involved in multiple derailments, even one where now one of those locomotives is turned into an F40PHR in a museum. My opinion on these I'm not really a fan of the SDP40s, but I do like how they're called I do like the SDF40-2s, which were built into them, but most of them are retired and scrapped. Next up is the F40PHs. Now, every rail fan loves these F40PHs, and so do I. They run on multiple commuter rail services, including Amtrak. One F40PH MPCU number 406 is on the anniversary train of the 40th anniversary. My opinion on these trains is that they're okay. They're good. They're solid. These are used to replace the P30CHs and the Amtrak SDP40Fs I just talked about earlier. I like these because they're used on my favorite rail services and my favorite kind of gallery sets of Caltrain. Well, if you want to know, Caltrain is my first favorite railroad, and it was actually the first one I saw when I was born. 20 minutes born, I saw it. And if it wasn't for Caltrain, I wouldn't be talking to you. So thank the Caltrain. So anyway, these F40PHs are really good. They are scrap, but most of them are in museums or they're just run by themselves. Next up is the P40DCs. Most of them are scrapped, but some of them still run today on the Amtrak Auto Train. One P40 called 822, numbered 822, ran on the 40th anniversary train. The P40DC just 200 less horsepower from the P42DC. The P42DC was just a little rebuilt, and most P40s were just scrapped. The 819 was the first Genesis locomotive to be scrapped, and because big bayou. But most of the only reason the P40s are running now is either on rarely Empire services or the Auto Train, which you could see today. Next up is F40PHs that are in museums. This F40PHR number 281 was an F40PHRs are locomotives that are F40PHs that are built from SDP40F parts. So this locomotive is kind of special to me, since it was the F40PHR of a locomotive that derailed because it hit a truck and hit a switch I talked about earlier on the SDP40F. This locomotive is now being used as an excursion train on the CRSM. So also known as a California State Rail Museum. So that F40PHR is just a nostalgia week thing. If I see it, I might go there to see it. But my birthday's coming up, and I'm going to the Orange Empire Railway Museum on the 6th. So if you want to see me go there, I'll be there, and I'll drive FP45 108. Next up is the P32 ACDM. Now this isn't really retired. It's just mostly not really used on anything anymore. Just the Empire services and the Metro North services. This is just a rail locomotive that is mostly used. That is just mostly used on the Empire services. And oh yeah. Back then, remember the P40DCs I just talked about ago? Yeah, I actually saw one leading the Southwest Chief. You know, I got a picture of it, but I don't really want to right now. So, anyway, the P32ACs DM, in my opinion, are mostly just like, they're just kind of like things that are like a side. They're just the P42 DCs, but they just lost 10% of their horsepower. Next up is the F40PH cabbage units. These still run today, and they're used on Downeaster units and or trains that are in California. And the one on the San Joaquin is 90218 and 90225, which was painted in the 1985 Caltrain paint that was bought by them. But however, the F40PH cabbage units, I kind of made it to a meme a few days ago. If you want to watch it, just look up F40PH, quote unquote cabbage. This is just the thought of F40PHs again. I like them, but not as much as the actual F40s. Now, thank you for watching this video. Hello everyone, thank you for watching this video, and make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell. Thank you. Hello, okay guys, before you go, if you still here, comment I watched the whole video. If you actually were still, or if you actually just were hearing this right now. I am a former San Francisco and Southern California train fan. I love Northern California because look at what you're looking at. It's a cattle train. Yeah. And I will be going to the Orange Empire Railway Museum on February 6th. So, if you want to meet me there, I also will be going to Fulton before at 9:40 p.m. to 12 o'clock. So, if you want to meet me at any of those locations, come to there on February 6th, 2021. Thank you.